Hello, everyone. Has anyone been overseas traveling to the Far East?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to tell you a little bit of a trip I took with my family. It was my daughter's gift for her Sweet 16. We gave her an option of take a trip anywhere in the world or you have a party. She took the trip. We were all glad because we like to travel as a family. So we decided on a trip to Japan. Her and my son were both heavy into anime, heavy into Japanese culture, so that's what we decided we were going to go. We go to Japan. We went via China, which is an experience on its own. But when we got to Japan, we got out, we landed, our Airbnb was in Tokyo, and I would have to say it was probably my favorite trip or favorite vacation ever with my family, or even alone for that matter. Between the beauty of the city, the ease of travel in the city because you have mass transit, you can walk everywhere. You can imagine a city like New York City in Japan. You have the lights, you have the hustle and bustle, which for a time was actually kind of nice. You have the food. The food consisted of what's called soba, ramen. My daughter and my son both love ramen. We had udon, we had seafood, we had a dish called katsudon bari, which is a pork dish with rice. But it's all Japanese flavor. It's all indigenous to Japan, and it was one of my favorite parts of Japan. So we go, and some of the pluses of Tokyo is one was the ease that I mentioned, but then you have the ease of walking and not dealing with garbage. It's extremely clean. There's no garbage receptacles anywhere in the city because everyone's expected to take their garbage with them. Whatever they accumulate, they just take it with them. You don't have to worry about walking behind someone that is smoking and get that cloud of smoke because they have designated areas for smoking. So if you want to smoke a cigarette, you go to a designated area, you smoke your cigarette, and then you keep it moving. We decided on going to Kyoto, which is an old historical city in Japan. We took a bullet train, which was another thing that I enjoyed. We're traveling at about 200 miles an hour with fully reclined seats. It looked like a comfortable airplane, to be honest with you, because you could recline, you have free Wi-Fi. We got to see Japanese life. We got to see some of their temples, the beauty of Kyoto. It's an old city. We did delight in seeing two temples in particular, actually three. Two temples and a shogun residence. The shogun residence was Nijao Castle, which was huge. It's more like a museum now where you can go and walk around in this castle where they lived and see how they lived. We went to a Kinkakuji, which is a Buddhist temple. Jinkakuji, which is a Zen temple, which is more of a school for Buddhists. And what I enjoyed, or we enjoyed, is we got to see how they worshipped and took care of their places of worship in Japan. We probably we measured about 25,000 steps a day. And it's a lot, but you get to see a whole new area of the world. How can you beat that? You get to see another part of the world. Another part that was my kids in particular liked was a place called Akihabara, which was like a tech city. It's safe, which took some getting used to for us, because my kids wanted to go on their own, and we're not used to that, but we got used to it. They have arcades that are stories tall. The lights, the people, the beauty, the tech, and to mention the people is the kindness of the people. We met people that were so willing to help because we obviously had no knowledge of their language. Google Translate helps, but it was the people that really made the difference for me. That's how we spent our trip a couple years ago, and we're actually thinking of going back. Thank you.